What is a species, anyway? In this article from the New York Times, Carl Zimmer suggests that we may not know as much as we think we do about common species. In addition to the 2.3 million species naturalists already have on the books, there are millions or even billions more to discover. Making a difficult task even more challenging is the fact that biologists can't even agree on what a species even is. Sure, we have the definitions provided by pioneers like Carl Linnaeus and Charles Darwin and countless others, but these definitions aren't quite as helpful when every modern-day biologist is using a different one. But who cares, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things, with all that's going on in the world, what difference does it make how we define a species? It matters because human activities are causing mass quantities of plants and animals to die. Since people only seem to care once extinction is imminent, we need to keep better track of what is actually in danger of going extinct. Let's look at the giraffe, for example. According to Carl Linnaeus's 1758 definition, species are divinely created forms of life, each with their own distinctive traits. Based on this definition, he classified all giraffes as part of one species, Giraffa camelopardalis. Even though there has been a significant decline in the number of giraffes, 117,000 giraffes still remain in Africa. However, genetic studies have found that giraffe DNA falls into 4 distinct clusters. As you can see from this image, the northern giraffe population is much smaller than the other 3 clusters of giraffe. This is due to the catastrophic losses from poaching, civil war, and the destruction of its wild habitat. According to Stephanie Fennessy, the executive director of the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, if the northern giraffe were considered a separate species, it would be one of the most threatened large mammals in the world. In the 1940s, German ornithologist Ernst Mayr updated the definition based on the ability to breed. If 2 animals couldn't breed with one another, they must be a separate species. Now, I have a bone to pick with this definition. Dogs are considered a single species, but there are many instances when one dog is physically incompatible with another dog in terms of their ability to breed. Also, if these different giraffes were considered different species, wouldn't the different dogs also need to be reclassified as different species? Or at least the ones that couldn't breed with one another? With modern techniques of DNA analysis, they could really become as specific as they wanted to be in terms of defining what makes a species. But I think we're all missing the big picture here. Remember how the northern giraffe are dying? Through poaching, which is already illegal, but they could probably turn up the heat on cracking down on that. Civil war, what are you going to do about that? And destruction of its wild habitat. Okay, maybe that's something we could work with. Find out who or what is causing the destruction of their habitat and try to put the kibosh on some of those activities. Will it work? Probably not, but it is a lofty goal worth striving for. Instead of debating till the giraffes come home about what a species is, so we can more accurately ascribe their risk of going extinct, we need to proactively prevent the deaths of all animals by preventing the unnecessary destruction of their natural habitat.